What's up, guys, and welcome to our spoiler review for Pokemon Detective Pikachu. We have seen the film. If you've not seen the movie yet, go watch the movie and come back. Or if you don't care about spoilers, stay here and let's talk about the movie. My non-spoiler review is up on this channel now if you want to check that out. So, guys, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, let's get into spoiler thoughts. This is Chancey Bradley. We haven't seen him on the channel in a while. So, Chance, how you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, good. Not bad, not bad. Good to see you again. We haven't had you on the channel in a while for scheduling conflicts and all this sort of thing, but I'm glad to have you back. It's good to see you again.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back, and we saw Pokemon Detective Pikachu, as I said before. Why would we be doing a spoiler review if we have not seen the movie? Doesn't make sense. So, Chancey is a big Pokemon fan. So, he was the right guy. If I was to do a spoiler review with somebody, he's the right guy to do it with. And, you know, I didn't dislike Pokemon going into this. I didn't like Pokemon going into this. I just accepted it. You know, it was a thing. It was just, you know, I was hoping for a good movie. And if you watched my non-spoiler review, you know how I felt about the movie. So, before we get into spoiler thoughts, Chance, what did you think about the movie?
Disappointing. This movie is based off of a spin-off game in the Pokemon series titled Detective Pikachu. Just on concept alone, I was really interested. A noir mystery movie with Pokemon. I've heard of a lot of ideas that involve Pokemon, and I thought this would be a pretty good idea. But when I went and saw it, boy, this movie was boring.
Yeah, I think Chancey pretty much agrees with what I said in my review. We did talk about it, so we do have very similar thoughts on the film, if not the exact same opinions on the movie. And let's just get started talking about, as he said, the movie was boring, and I do agree with that. I think a lot of it was boring. I thought it was unexciting, almost uninteresting. Like I said in my non-spoiler review, I think the story was just weak. The way it was written, the way it was constructed, the way it was put together. We've seen all this sort of stuff before, and there was just nothing new about the movie. It didn't feel fresh to me. But let's just talk about characters. The lead character, played by Justice Smith.
Tim Goodman.
Yeah, he was just such a boring character.
Just a sock, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was really given nothing to do, really, other than just react to things and be given exposition.
And make loud noises.
And make loud noises.
Kind of like in Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom.
That movie, that's not a conversation. We don't talk about that movie, but I didn't like him in that movie. In this, he was kind of warming up to me, but he is still kind of the same. I personally don't think he could carry a film. It's just my opinion, but what are you going to do? I think the way he was written, like, the character's so boring. He wants nothing to do with Pokemon in the beginning of the film. He wants nothing to do with that world. He finds out something happens to his father, who actually had to leave his family in order to work. That was his job, working in this Rhyme
City.
Yeah, Rhyme City. He had this job there, working with the Pokemon, and in this city, Pokemon and humans coexist. So, tragedy befalls upon him. He's supposedly dead.
Then he finds Pikachu.
Yeah, then he finds Pikachu.
Voiced by Ryan Reynolds, probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was charismatic. I feel like he didn't overdo it with the humor. I feel like the humor was just good on his point. But really, I feel like, you know, he was really the only character you care about. All the human characters you don't care about. You don't care about Justice Smith's character, because if he doesn't care, why should you? You know, the first half of this movie wants nothing to do with any of it.
And he's just awkward.
Yeah, so why should you care? Also, Catherine Newton's character, she plays a sort of reporter girl.
Like an April O'Neil type character.
Yeah, but she was so over the top. She was so cartoony. And there was really nothing to her character. She was just there because she's there. You know, really, she has no purpose in the movie other than she wants to report this story.
For convenience, she's there for plot conveniences.
Right, also plot conveniences. Bill Nye's character, he plays the villainous guy in the movie.
Howard Clifford.
I thought that the way that was handled was stupid. When we first see him in the movie, I'm thinking, okay, I can actually like this character. Because I like Bill Nye, he's a good actor. But he's really given nothing to do. And he's also, wasted in the movie because at the end of the film he has this thing on his head and he's controlling the evil
Mewtwo.
Whatever kind of, Pokemon is being mind controlled here. And it's like he's just sitting in a chair teleporting his soul into the thing when really his plan was to mutate humans with Pokemon.
Like merge humans, like the souls of humans, into Pokemon.
Right. But why did he have something on his head, though? Why didn't he do that? I don't understand why he didn't do that. Why didn't he merge like everybody else did? That was
from my idea. It was he was using his mind because he said that whatever he needed to do to merge the Pokemon, it can only work if the Pokemon are wild, which is why he needed that serum.
Yeah,
that was throughout the whole film.
Weak plot device.
He used the serum on Mewtwo and he transferred his mind into the Mewtwo. I don't know. It's dumb.
He didn't mutate himself into it, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. Like we said, the character's weak. The story, which we touched upon, weak. The characters were weak. Just some things happen in this movie we've seen before. Like towards the end of the film, when Pikachu kind of turns and walks away from what's the guy's name? Tim, Justice Smith's character. They kind of have a small falling out, which is really inconsequential because 10 minutes later they're happy together again. And this is just some of the things I say we've seen before. But I mean, it was just everything. It was so convenient. I feel like there was no flair to this movie. I feel like that they didn't bring anything special.
They didn't use Pokemon to a fuller extent.
Yeah, you explain that because you're the big fan.
It's like humans and Pokemon are now working together, but that's just in all the games and all this other stuff. It's been mentioned all the time.
Right, but now it's the world. It's this just city that.
It's like now the city where Pokemon and humans get along, but we don't have any Pokeballs.
We see one Pokeball.
We see one Pokeball.
Right?
Yeah.
We might see two, but the whole film I really only remember seeing one Pokeball.
There are no Pokeballs. Battling is illegal. I'm like, okay, so Rhyme City is basically...
Was it illegal?
Well, that's why it was underground, and why when Tim and Pikachu got knocked out of the roundhouse, they got arrested.
Okay.
So battling's illegal. Okay, so this city basically destroys the whole concept of Pokemon.
If you think about it, this is coming from a hardcore fan of someone that's grown up with Pokemon.
And to be frank, there weren't that many Pokemon. All right, at the point of this, you have over 800 Pokemon, and I swear they stopped at around
100, maybe less.
25,
yeah, maybe 25,
maybe 30 at best, and then they start recycling. Then at the very end, they had a new Pokemon, which was pointless. Like, I really thought that probably, if this movie was bad, I could say, Ryan, this movie wasn't that good, but I'll let some of it slide because this would be like a great drinking game movie, and it's not even that.
I agree with what he's saying. But yeah, guys, I mean, we could go on for a long time about this. We didn't hate the movie.
No,
we just didn't like the movie. There's a lot to unpack here. I mean, there's a lot to unpack that just didn't work.
We wouldn't put this on our our list of worst because it's just bland.
Yeah, would it be a dishonorable mention? I don't think so because I didn't hate the movie. I just don't think it's a good movie. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion, and I gave it a 2.5. If you've seen my non-spoiler review, my rating for the movie was 2.5 out of 5 stars, and Chance...
Same here.
He'd say the same thing. So, that's our brief spoiler thoughts. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but, what are you going to do? So, yeah, guys, that's it. Comment your thoughts, your spoiler thoughts. Did you see this movie? What do you think about it? Did you like it? Do you agree? Do you disagree with us? let us know in the comment section. Also, guys, you can subscribe to this channel. As I said, my non-spoiler review for this is now up. My review for John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum will be up. My next Quickie Wednesday review will be for the first John Wick, and I'll be having another special guest in that video, so you can check that out. Also, reviews for Booksmart and Rocket Man are coming soon. Guys, you can follow me on Patreon if you want to help this channel grow. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video, and you can also follow me on Instagram at KingOfRises131. Guys, that's been it. Thank you very much for watching our spoiler review for Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Over and out.
Yeah.